come across a lot of taproom managers and other brewery leaders who really fear getting behind their computer on Monday morning because they know they're going to have to run a bunch of tedious manual reports in order to really see how last week's performance was. Let me show you how we're solving for that. So here we are right there on Slack, Monday morning. This can be coming through on your phone. Right now I'm going to show Slack. This could also just be an email coming through Teams or Google Messenger. First thing we're going to do is see there's a quick video which summarizes last week's performance. Let's watch a few seconds of this.
Here's your Coastline Craft Company taproom signal for the week of April 13th. Total taproom sales came in at $206,000, about 3% under plan, though up 4% on the week. Most of that gap is one spot, downtown in the evening, which ran $4,084 under plan. Here's why that matters. It has legs.
So we're not going to go through all of that right now, but I think you can see the power of that. It's like having your best analyst wake up really early in the morning, look at all your data, and prepare a personal PowerPoint, which is usually a minute or two in length, which is going to give you a lot of the key takeaways. And then you can see on our screen here, we even have a little bit more information. What's really neat now is we're combining some of your point of sale data along with some notes that your team logged in their manager logs. So we can see, hey, sales are under, and then we have some of our managers log some information that could be relevant here. In this case, we can see some of our burgers were giving a lot of discounts. Okay, I want to dive in a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and ask a question. Hey, at Brewery Brain, did we have higher comps on our burgers last week? Cool, and it came back pretty quickly, and we can see, yep, we're seeing a spike with a little bit more information there. As you can see, I can dig into it with a few of these buttons. I could create a chart, but in this case, I'm going to dive even deeper. So now it's taking me to the Brewery Brain site, and we're focusing on how those comps are going with this location we looked at. We get a quick summary, we can see a graph, we get a little bit more information, and then what we're ultimately looking to do is get down to, hey, what action can we take? So the system's going to go ahead and prepare an action that it thinks we could take. You can see we have a few buttons here. Yep, we want to take that. No, not yet, but maybe we want to watch it next week, or no, we don't want to action this at all. In this case, I'm going to say yes, we want to take this action. I can enter a little bit more information. You can see we're watching a certain metric. We have this baseline, which is the period we just got out of. We set a goal, and we're going to follow up on it in about a month. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and now it's logged into our system. So a month from now, the system's going to ping us to review and see how well we did with this goal. So that's really the whole loop. First, the system is surfacing you in alerts that you might have had to dig for yourself. It points you in the right direction automatically, first thing in the morning. Then it's going to help you do some analysis. Start to compare what's going on in the data with some of your team's notes on what they're seeing internal to the business. And then you can really get to that deep dive and then plan a smart action that you're going to follow up. We created this to be your team's decision-making partner, and I'd love to show you some more. Please reach out.